Ladies and gentlemen, I have one simple question to ask you all for this video. Is there ever a sound or a phrase that once you hear it in a game, you get automatic PTSD? Well, that's the sound that I hear and I get PTSD from. And while it may look like I can't aim for shit, and that's mostly because M2H can't properly code their game to where aiming is easy, this gun absolutely fucking slaps. And the gun I'm talking about is the Machine Pistol 18, or the MP18 for short. This gun is by far the most epic cheese you can ever play in Verdun. For some of you that are new to the channel or are just coming across this video and don't know too much about Verdun, Verdun is basically an authentic World War I based shooter, which mostly focuses around standard issue bolt action rifles, the SMLE, the Car 98, or the Carbiner, or I think that's the same gun, but various bolt action rifles. However, there are some automatic rifles thrown here and there depending on what class you play as. If you're playing as the Strassup, which is on the German side, you're basically, and you pick up the MP18, which is one of the guns you can have, you're basically fucking immortal, for lack of better terms. And that was the wrong choice of words, as I just died. However, this gun absolutely fucking smacks. In a game where in one shot you can die, this is an absolute OP weapon. It takes at max 2 or 3 shots at certain ranges, but other than that, the rate of fire is slim to none. It doesn't work at distance, though. I use this gun on a couple of maps. Ain, which is the game you're watching right here, and I also recorded another game which I didn't end up using on Bacardi, which, for those of you who don't know, Bacardi is the biggest map, I think, in the game besides Flanders. I did a whole map review on all of these if you guys want to check that out. Somewhere I'll leave somewhere in the description where I'll leave an annotation above. But honestly, at range, this gun absolutely sucks balls, especially when you notice how much kick it has. The kick on this gun is incredible. I mean, you can't go full automatic. You have to put this in like 3 or 4 bullet short bursts because it just doesn't work. It doesn't work properly if it's anything besides that. It's impossible to aim. I mean, it really is. Luckily for me, I was able to figure that out relatively quickly once I started realizing I was missing all my shots on that one guy in the beginning of the video. And I was like, okay, I'll get the hang of this. And to be honest, like I said, this is not a gun you need to use at range. This is a gun that's more or less a trench clear gun, or a gun that you use to prevent people from getting into your trench, because it's just so powerful that groups of players or bots that come up on the trench, you can easily wipe them all out. Like I said, this game has a 2 or 3 bullet maximum for guns like this, or to kill, where in a standard issue rifle you have pretty much 1 bullet to kill. So I honestly, if I use automatic, I'll never know if I killed them with the first or second bullet, but I'd say 2 bullets max at a short range like what I just did is a kill shot. It's incredible, man. Again, luckily this gun only shows up on, I believe, one faction for the Germans, which is, again, the Strassup. I think I'm saying that correctly. Again, I don't know how to say half the things in this game because I don't speak a foreign language of German or anything other than that. So, but it is a great gun. Of course, there's also the machine guns, the LMGs, the heavy MGs that you have to mount in order to use, which I don't use them all that much. I don't find them to be much of a use in gameplay unless I'm using it from range. Like, especially on Ain, on a trench like this that has a hill, it's pretty much useless because you can't really aim down too much, or else you're going to expose yourself and you're going to get shot from a guy aiming at you from a ridiculous distance. As you can see, once again, the aiming mechanics in this game prevent me from killing that guy sooner than I should have. But somehow, some way, he's so garbage. I think that was a bot. The bot's so garbage that he couldn't even kill me. So that was fun. But seriously, this gun is absolutely insane. And I know I've said that several times already, but that's just how insane this gun is. Guns like this in Battlefield 1, for instance, you know, the MP18 is like one of the first guns you could unlock if you're on the assault class. And it's a serviceable gun. I wouldn't say it's the best SMG in Battlefield 1 because there's just so many other options like the Annihilator, the Automatico, the Hellregal. I mean, those are guns that are absolute fucking monsters in Battlefield 1 on the assault SMGs. This is king. The MP18 is king in Verdun. That just goes to show, I wouldn't say the authenticity. Oh, look at that. There's a bug. There are no bugs in Verdun. Remember that, everyone. But authenticity, it just goes to show the authenticity. God damn, words are hard in this game. Because obviously, you're not going to survive 5 or 6 hit markers with a gun like this, especially at such a range. And this is exactly what this gun is used for. Just straight up mowing down. And I'll tell you this much, man. When I said before, sounds in a game that give you PTSD, the second I hear any form of automatic rifle fire, whether it's from a machine gun that other players are using, or even my own team, I'm immediately freaking out. I'm immediately like, oh god, this is not going to be good. Because I've run into players who use this gun. This is not like a gun that like bots randomly use most of the time. Yeah, sometimes they do, but for the most part, players are choosing to use this gun. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, and this is just my experience, it might be different for you, if I'm facing someone with an MP18, I'm done for. I can't combat it. For some reason, when I go up against players like that, I don't do good. I really just don't do good. I don't know why. It just happens, you know? I mean, again, like I said, the aiming systems in this game kind of prevent you from getting as many kills as you feel like you should get. Of course, here I am about to mow down an entire group of French guys. And then again, the French are pussies anyway. No offense. But I mean, that's essentially, like I said, what this gun is used for. There's no other reason to use the MP18 other than to mow down enemies in the trench. Again, I've been lucky enough that a lot of people I've faced don't really use the Strass up all that much as a group or a faction or a squad. But when I do see them being used, again, I'm freaking out internally because standard issue rifles cannot combat these at a close range. You're done for. On maps like Ain, not Picardy, St. Mihiel. St. Mihiel is where I really notice it the most because I've said before and I'll say it again. St. Mihiel has no standard issue rifle ways to actually kill anybody. It's just there's not much range that you can really use. And yes, there are some ways to kill people with the rifles in the game, but for the most part, it's pretty impossible. That's where a gun like the MP18 really reigns supreme. Is maps like really short range maps and maps with a lot of trench warfare focus. But anyway, guys, that's my take on the MP18. Do you agree with what I said? Do you want to add to something I said, or do you disagree completely? I'd love to know. Let me know down in the comments section below, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day, and peace out.